Hello everybody, welcome. I'm Diane and this is my channel Frog and Fudge, where I share my hobbies, usually cross stitch. Today I'm trying out a new ring light, that's why I'm blinking. It's very bright and yeah, although it's a whitish light, when I wear my glasses I get these green rings, sort of alien eyes. So I'm not wearing my glasses, which means I can't really see anything very well. Nothing's in focus at all. Background's a bit different today. The threads have been moved to the other side of the room, and this is my fortune owl. He usually hangs downstairs, but it's Christmas time, sorry, Wednesday, 29th of December 2021. And yeah, he hangs downstairs, but at the moment I've got the 12 Days of Christmas hanging there. Now, first up, All Dolled Up as a chart I offered about 3 months ago, I don't know how long. Sharon Mahone, you won. Please get in touch with me, again if you've already tried, and then I can get that out to you. If anybody else knows Sharon Mahone, perhaps you could drop her a message and tell her to get in touch with me. And then we have, leading on from last time, the Quaker Sampler. This is printed and sold by Trebbe Nijs, this chart. I'd kind of like to hang it outside my craft room. And as a gift, I had 6 skeins of this beautiful silk. Obviously this one I have, sorry, it's my throat, isn't it? Rolled around a toilet roll just to make it easier. And that pink there is pretty accurate. This looks like red, and so does that. There is no red. It's all this sort of pink and bright greens and golds. Very, very pretty. And I did a couple of tests. I asked, what did everyone think? Antique white or midnight? Hand-dyed fabric, which had been gifted me by Debbie from Creatively Yours. She's got some really pretty cards. And at first, I wasn't sure, but it seems to be about half and half. I haven't actually counted, but I did a test. And this was my, get my hair out of the way, might focus, I don't know. This was the first test. This is with 1 strand on antique white. And this is the test I did 2 strands on, isn't it gorgeous, this beautiful fabric. On, yeah, midnight, that's 2 strands. See, it shows red and it isn't. It's that beautiful rich dark pink. Now, I don't know if you can see, but 2 strands is really lumpy because when you're stitching with variegated thread, you have to complete both legs of each cross before moving on to the next cross. And you can get, well, as you see there, lumpy stitching. So I think the first decision is it's going to be 1 strand. And I did notice with the white, as you can see, yeah, here we go. Of course, that beautiful dark pink shows through the white very predominantly, very easily. And if you look at the chart, there's a lot of unstitched. Oh, there we go. You see the ring light? It's giving us rings. There's a lot of unstitched fabric there. So I think the decision is made. It's going to be on this beautiful, that's actually quite accurate, the colours. You can see there's greys and anthracite, but there's also a hint of brown in there. It's really, to my mind, it is a stormy midnight. I love it. So I think 1 strand on midnight when you get round to starting it. Now I'm going to try not to rock the camera like I did last time, but we'll see. What I've been stitching on. St. George. This is Thea Gouverneur kit. And I'm stitching it on Ada, which was in the kit. I think it's 18 carat Ada. And typical with Thea Gouverneur kits, you stitch with 1 strand of thread only. Even if you see the background fabric showing through, it's cross stitch. So you see, there's my flosses getting lumpy and a little bit worn looking. there we are. Hold that up like that. There we go. I got his eye in this magnificent steed, and I've done, I think, about that much there, a little bit more. I just felt like going back up to the top and stitching more there, and next thing is to complete all the way down here, and then I go back up to the top again. This is my Leap Day sale, challenging myself to put the last stitch in on the 29th of February 2024, and obviously I am well behind. My other regular WIP, Sleeping Princess by Mirabilia, artwork I think by Nora Corbett. Yeah. My daughter chose this one, and she chose antique white fabric. As she put it, there's enough colours in there. I think she's right. I just hold it like that. There we go. She's looking lovely. I got some more greens done here, and I was missing one of the skin tone colours. So I got that. That came in the post, and I finished her off. And I laugh when I say skin tone colours because they're peaches. And truthfully, I don't know anybody who has peach coloured skin. But it looks good. It works. So I will continue getting that stitched. No idea which birthday it'll be finished for though. I'm about to start dropping stuff. I've got a whole pile of stuff on my lap. I think it's going to fall. What else? My Night Fairy. This is my stitch along with Alice, who's Honeybee Stitcher on Instagram, Debbie, Creatively Yours on Flosstube, Jemima, the Rocking Stitcher, get it right, not her sister-in-law, and yes, Stephanie, EnPointe Stitcher. And Stephanie has recently started her own Flosstube channel. She's got some lovely things to show. Check her out. I'll put her name down below. Yeah, well done, Stephanie, on starting your channel, because you come across as an absolute natural. Anyway, there's Night Fairy. I've also got the day kit. This is a kit. The artwork's by Maria von Scharrenberg, and it's charted, produced, distributed through Leonard, or it was. It's, you wouldn't say out of print, but no longer available except second hand. The charts are available though through Leisure Art. And here we are. I am nearly halfway. We are, come back. And next, you can't see it, I've done a bit of the moon here. Yeah, I can feel it. Can you see it there? Bit of the moon? No, not really. So the next part is the moon, and it's a huge piece that goes right down here. So that's a bit of marathon cream on cream stitching. Fabric is really lovely. Really lovely. And it makes stitching in hand a pleasure, an absolute joy. Right. We stitch that on Sundays. So if you want to join us, do. And I always think I'm not such a stickler for rules. If you want to stitch it on another day, then do that. You still use the hashtag. Hashtag is Sunday Night Fairy Sale. And there's also another hashtag, Sunday Fairy Sale. If you're stitching on a different fairy, you want to join in, post with us. More the merrier. And I had a couple of finishes. So stuff piled up on my lap here. This is a little Orcraphics kit. Orcraphics is a Dutch company. They do their own design, their own production, and their own shipping work. They're based in Permin, and it's only, I think it's fantastic quality. Their prices are lower than Dimensions and Leonard, and yet the quality's higher. They only use DMC, none of the just as good as flosses. No, they only use DMC, and they only use Sweiger Ada. so it's quality. And I stitched it. Oh, that's coming out quite orangey. This is a real Christmas red, this Ada. And as you can see, I replaced the blue in his hat and scarf with purples. And this was for my husband. He likes penguins, particularly purple ones. And he thought it was really funny and he laughed. And it's not fully finished yet. I've got to find a frame. But it got propped up between his other penguins for Christmas. Yes, he has a bunch. I'm going to put this up. And I had another finish. This was a little kit from Permin of Copenhagen. And I finished it. And this kit was so old. Not only did they give the floss numbers with it, but at least one of the floss numbers has been discontinued. And I finished it in a hoop, and not very well because you can see the edge poking out. I need to whip stitch it or something, but yeah, not finished completely yet, but it's in a hoop. And I got these hoops as a set of 3 from Xenos. And if you're in the Netherlands and you do have a Xenos nearby, you should check them out occasionally. They're doing quite nice stuff in craft work. Set of 3 for $4.95. And when I looked at it carefully, this is bamboo. This is not pine wood or something nasty. This is actually bamboo. So it won't sort of leak any wood colours onto your fabric over time. Christmas gifts. Tablecloth. Isn't that lovely? And there's the colours. Some gold, reds. Only it's not cross stitch. This is the kind of stitching my mum can do really well. And I always failed at. I'm going to give it a go though. I'm not quitting just yet. And the other one I had is a chart. It's a PDF. Just before Christmas, Sarah, Stitching Mommy, had a video out, Flosstube video, and she showed a new chart that's in her store, and it's called Temperature Walk With Me. And she was employed by a customer to come up with a chart that reflected the temperatures, but also going for a walk with her dog, which she does every day, and every day she checks the temperatures or something. And she came up with this. This is just a printout from the PDF. So you've got all little paw prints, and they all follow around as you walk the dog. Now, it's got a fire hydrant here and a bone there. I think I will take them out. We've had a lot of issues with people throwing food on the ground in the woods, and it becomes rotten, and of course dogs will eat it and become then very ill, so I don't want any bones in there. And I might just put a second squirrel in, or a rabbit. And this grey here, and then here, I thought I would do in perhaps a variegated green or something else, because we walk in the woods, we don't walk along streets. So I've got my temperature plans for this year. Last year I started the temperature tree, and while I loved the chart, after about March, I don't know, I just didn't pick it up anymore. And I think it had more to do with the fabric. I didn't like the feel of the fabric, I didn't like the way it handled. No, that's going for a restart. And I had some purchases. Of course I did. You know me. Someone had 4, is it? Yeah, 4 charts. They were selling on Marktplaats, which is the Dutch equivalent of eBay. Something's about to fall again. Here we go. So I bought the packet. We have, there we go, dolphins. And whales. I haven't got any aquatic charts, so I'm really pleased to have these. And this mouse in a watering can. I don't think it's, I'll just show you quickly, coloured chart. There's no floss. I don't think I would want to stitch that, so if anybody would like a mouse in a watering can chart, let me know. Be over 18 to be able to share your personal details with me. Be a subscriber so we don't upset YouTube, all the laws surrounding that. And don't say freebie or gift or winner or something like that. And And then this one, Stony Creek. I really like the deer. I've only got 2 deer kits ready to go. Just the 2. I thought that was cute. And when I turned it over, we got this one. Christmas possums. I think that's adorable. I think I'd like to stitch that. And then a different seller had this. It's a Karen Weaver design, Lily Pond Dreams, chartered and distributed by Black Swan Designs. And if you look, perhaps you can see, I can't tell, the wings are really lacy. And I love the way she's actually got the double wings, the top one's there and that here. So I think I'd want a slightly darker fabric to really show those wings up. Now, what else? Next year, plans. I'm not supposed to use the plan word, am I? WIPGO. I've seen WIPGO before and I thought I'd want to do that, but 24 challenges. I couldn't think of what I would do or how to do it. And then I saw other people. Jemima did it last year and she had challenges with thousands of stitches, which I just found overwhelming. Now, I think end of November, perhaps, or beginning of December, Jessie Marie Does Stuff had a video out about WIPGO. And in it, rule number 1 is your WIPGO, your rules. Okay? And then she has challenges that are 5 days. And that's perfect for me because I don't count stitches and I don't like trying to time things. So I have a WIPGO board. And I think she called 2 and 19, but I've written down 2 and 9, so I need to check that. 2 is my St. George, and I've got to get to 75% on that. That's to make sure I have a finish on the next leap day. And yeah, it gets called. The numbers get called on the 27th of the month preceding, so that you have time to chart things, kit things up. But you don't have to finish it in that month, so I don't have to get 75% on St. George in January. Got the whole year to do it. And if it is 19 that was called, that's a family day. And just after Christmas, my daughter was saying, when are we going to have Yorkshire puddings again? And my other daughter was saying, oh yeah, and roast potatoes with roast beef. And then 19 is the family day with roast potatoes, Yorkshire puddings and roast beef. We've got a couple of birthdays next month, so I'll probably do it then. 13, you're supposed to leave blank. I put in, change one of the challenges and get something framed. And when I come around to that, I'll decide on whether I frame it myself, whatever, something out my box, or if I do it professionally. And while I was getting this board made up, I thought about my frog. 20th of March is World Frog Day, and for the last 3 years I've always stitched a frog on the 20th of March. I couldn't quite see how to fit that in here, so I thought, well, I could just make a list of days, of international days, that would be nice to follow. Yeah, this was after I culled the list. So many. So January 1 is New Year's Day. That will probably be a new start, not sure what. And the 19th of January is Popcorn Day. So I'm going to see if I can fit one of my whips into popcorn. I don't know how. Perhaps let's watch a film and do it or something. And maybe this was a load of nonsense what I'm telling you. Maybe it was a 9 she called. I don't know. I'll check that. So if you've watched this far, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to my ramblings. Have a really safe and wonderful new year. And yeah, plan on being creative. Take care. Bye-bye.